it turns out we are on day 4 of doing the handles. Man, things come up and whatever, but what happened yesterday is when I went in to go after attach the handles, I measured incorrectly. I did not measure them correctly. And I cut and prepped all those bolts too short. A year ago, something like that would have made me so angry at myself, and I would have beat myself up horribly, and I would have been miserable, and it would have ruined like my whole day because I don't like to make mistakes, you know, that kind of stuff. And yeah, nobody likes to make mistakes, but you know what? There's really nothing serious going on here. There's not. I mean, it's, you know, so inconsequential in comparison to all the things that are happening, you know, in the world. And I love what I'm doing, so it's no big deal. And so I went and I had to go get all new bolts because of course I didn't have any. So I have all new bolts, and yesterday when I was fabricating the bolts to fit, I found an easier, quicker system. So I'm going to use that system, and I'll be done in 1/3 of the time that it took me to do it yesterday. So this is always about improving, always about being as light and as easy as we possibly can, and just enjoying the process because there is nothing serious going on. And, you know, I'm just so grateful to be doing it. So super fun. Looking forward to the completion of that today though. Shouldn't be long. I have stainless steel bolts and the hex nuts that are the spacers for when you reach your hand in to pull them out. And with that, my challenge that I found yesterday is that these were either too short or too long. Like I just squeaked by with the short ones. So we're actually gonna have to cut these off today. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. You take the hex nut and you screw it all the way down. You have your measured mark on where you're gonna cut it. And we're just gonna take the cutoff wheel, and I'm gonna cut off my distance. And what that does is it messes up the threads. So what happens is that as I screw this off, it will correct and right the threads. So I'll be using some tools to do that because it's gonna be a little bit tough at first. But after that happens, then we are good to go. Just for fun, let's see how long it takes me to fabricate the 10 bolts that need to be done. And we'll see what an improvement from yesterday. Here we go. All right, so it is now 5 after. Let's go for it and see what happens. Okay, now I am gonna take the time to run in the house. The clock is still going, but I'm gonna take the time, run into the house and make sure that this is the right size because I only have 1 extra bolt and I'm not screwing them up today. Lesson learned. Here I go. Yay, perfect, absolutely perfect. So part of what speeds up the process today and what takes the longest is just simply screwing and unscrewing the hex nuts on the bolts. So what sped up the process yesterday is that I got all the extra hex nuts that I have, which are 4 of them, at the very end yesterday, and I spun them all on at the same time. so that I could move through the process of cutting quicker. So I'm lessening my movements within the process of creating. So by doing that, it speeds it up. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so it is now 29. So that was
24 minutes.
to fabricate 10 bolts. Ha! So much better than yesterday. Yesterday was so long. That was crazy. That was like 2 hours and something. I'll have to go back and look at the times through the filming and see, but first time you do something, it takes a long time. The second time you do it, it gets faster, and it just keeps getting faster and faster till that very last one was absolutely perfect and I could skip steps. How cool is that? Super fun. That's how we improve. We improve and we celebrate and pay attention to those improvements so that that rolls in and you get even more momentum in that. That's solution-oriented working, which is what I do in my shop. Yeah. Now it's time to pick your next video. Which one are you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick this one? Possibly that one? Definitely get that one, because that one's super good. And this one's pretty fun too. So you know what? You can't go wrong. Just pick any. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell for the notification button. We'll see you on the next round.